Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Drawing with Mr. Sepulveda. I'm Mr. Sepulveda, and on today's episode, I've got the Draw Jar Series Episode 4, What My Students Want Me to Draw episode ready for you today. It's a series in which I take a jar filled with student art suggestions, pull out one of those suggestions, and draw it for you. Hopefully you guys can guess this first request, and the first request happens to be a picture of the Earth. The only way I could make this Earth was just try to do a generic Earth drawing with some stars and some atmosphere. This took me a little under 3 minutes and 30 seconds to knock out. Please let me know what you guys think about this drawing of the Earth. Alright guys, so next up is suggestion number 2, and suggestion number 2 is a blueberry cow. Okay, so if you remember a while back, I ended up doing a redrawing of a child's artwork in which I repainted a strawberry cow, and I felt like that strawberry cow wasn't my best work that I've ever created. And so I felt like when I got this blueberry cow suggestion, it at least felt like I was going to have some sort of redemption, if you will. I had fun with this design for the blueberry cow. I did make it a little bit more on the feminine side with the eyelashes, a little hair bow, and the little boba tea that the cow kind of carries. I thought the colors for this were pretty fun. I feel like they'll make whoever gets it a little bit happy, and I think that's where I feel like I really want to go with this Draw Jar series. I challenge myself each week to knock out an art piece in under an hour, and so there are certain things that I do art-wise that I feel like I have to cut some corners with. Like I would normally really spend forever on my line work to make sure that my lines are all clean and they look good, right? But with these Draw Jar series, I'm trying to speed up my process, speed up my artwork, but still turn out something good, something that's going to put a smile on a kid's face. And so when I was creating this blueberry cow, I was really thinking hard about who might have put the suggestion into my jar. And the person that I was thinking of normally talks about cows, likes cows, and so I wanted to make sure that this one kind of had that fun energy, fun vibe that I felt like she had. If this happens to be an art piece that one of my boys requested, well, I still hope you enjoy how this how this blueberry cow turns out, right? And so moving forward with these Draw Jar series, I don't want to feel like I failed my kids like I did in Draw Jar series episode 3. Right, at least for the first 2 drawings, because I ran out of time. I didn't have enough time for shading or for rim lighting or anything like that. So I'm trying to speed up the process so that I don't run into that failure again, but still turn out something good that I would hope the kids would be happy with, right? And I think I'm kind of doing that here in this episode because now I have time for backgrounds and things like that. Well, guys, let's get ready for the next drawing. Alright guys, so suggestion number 3 was to draw Wonder Woman, and I'm not going to lie, I really felt like I would have had an easier time with this because I'm such a huge superhero fan, and I feel like I've drawn superheroes a lot as a kid, but I feel like I struggle when it comes to drawing the female figure, female body, and so things just don't click the same way when I'm drawing females as when I'm drawing males. So that's something I'm definitely going to work on. Maybe I might make that an episode where we do like a studies, like kind of like a hand studies, a draw a female figure studies, draw a male figure studies, something like that. Maybe somewhere down the road, somewhere down the line on YouTube here. But yeah, I don't know what it was. I felt like the face was okay. Maybe it looked a little cheesy-ish, I guess. And I was trying to go for a cool pose where she's holding a shield. I didn't have a reference for a shield, so I kind of went with a circular shield with a W and a star just to kind of reference out Wonder Woman. But I also wanted her hand on the outside, like on the far side of her body, to kind of be on her hip for some reason. But when it all is said and done, I don't feel like I executed that at all. I feel like I could have used a little bit more time on that, because I'm looking at it and I'm just like, it's not going to translate well. I think part of it's because I don't make the outer arm as round as it should be. And that's my own personal opinion on that. Like, I feel like the eyes, I feel like I should have lifted up the eye on her left side, I guess, or our right side, but her left could have been raised up a little bit higher. You know, there's just little nitpicky things, but I think in the end, it just needs to be recognizable as Wonder Woman, and I feel like I do just that. Even even with the shield in the way and stuff like that, I kind of wish I did a little bit more with like the lower half of her body, but I try to do a generic skirt, and I'm gonna be honest, I failed at the skirt, and so I probably have to look into learning how to draw clothing as well, right? On top of the many things I need to learn how to do. But I think for what the challenge is, I think I kind of met this. I feel like she's recognizable. What do you guys think? Do you think if you saw a random fan art, random picture like this, would you say that this picture represents Wonder Woman? Or did you think this is something completely different? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about this art piece. Alright guys, so here is the last drawing of the video, and probably the reason why you clicked on this because of the thumbnail. This is a Five Nights at Freddy's character. This is Freddy himself, right, from this FNAF series, and I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen anything to really do with this FNAF series, but I've seen plenty of artists draw some FNAF characters. So this is really my first time drawing Freddy, and from my experiences with the Draw Jar series for episode 3, I learned not to go too big. Like, and I think you guys may have noticed, like in this episode, like a lot of my characters are really small for the most part because I wanted to make sure that I could fit it all into one episode. And so far, the size has helped out with the timing. But I don't know if I'll stick with that for each and every episode. Some characters I feel like need to be a little bit bigger. I felt like Freddy could have been a little bit bigger. I felt like I could have done a little bit more work on the hand, ultimately. But I think this is a fun piece. I think when you look at Freddy's expression, it's either something that looks murderous like it's supposed to, or maybe you think he's a cuddly, cute creature, and you just don't know what you're in for when you meet him, right? He's got this microphone, he's got this smile, he's got a bow tie. Like, come on, like if you've ever seen Fozzie the Bear, right? He's got a bow tie. He's trustworthy. He's got a little top hat. Obviously, Freddy over here, he should be trustworthy too, am I right? Probably not. But ultimately, when I drew this, I think I had fun. I was trying to make sure that I had time for coloring and putting in some textures into his, I guess, base color for where the brown is. I guess what would be his fur is what I really wanted to do. I think the mechanical bits could have been better. I don't really draw mechas. I don't really draw any types of metals or anything like that. So I think that's another weakness that I can eventually evolve into a strength of mine by just doing a little bit more studying. But I think, this is kind of cool. I kind of wish I did a better pose. Like, I didn't do anything with that, his left, our right, with that hand over there. I should have just kind of had it out. Maybe his arm facing up top, like his elbow bent with his fingers kind of jutting out maybe at whoever he's looking at, because he's clearly looking somewhere in the corner. I don't know who it is. I'm assuming it's either the viewer or whoever his next, victim or, plaything might be. But I didn't really think that one completely through, right? So at about 30 minutes of like working on this, I realized, oh snap, I still have time where I can work on shading. So this was kind of fun to do. Although, and if I remember correctly, when I did the shading, I didn't really consider the rim lighting or lighting in general, but I did think about like little affecting, like little light effects like a lens flare and things like that. Like, so that was coming to my mind, like this might be like a little bit of like a photograph or something like that. And so that's where I ultimately go when I design Freddy's like little glowing globes, like lights, lens flare type of thing. And I think it kind of makes the piece a little bit better. I actually kind of like it. I kind of dig it. I think I could turn this into a sticker, and I think that would be kind of fun to just kind of give to a kid on like a laptop. Tell me what you guys think about Freddy from the FNAF series. Alright guys, so we're here at the end. Here are the 4 images that I drew in today's episode. We had the Earth, Blueberry Cow, Wonder Woman, and Freddy. Guys, tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. This series is not going to disappear. I'm enjoying this Draw Jar series all too much. But hey, listen up. We hit over 400 subscribers, and you guys, my subscribers, have left me some suggestions of what to draw. So next week, guess what? I'm drawing 10 subscriber suggestions. Guys, I can't wait to see you next Tuesday for that video. You guys take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.